It's Agnes, and today I've got another viewer email that I'm answering, and it's from Love Always, and she has asked a few questions. How exactly does Ho'oponopono work? What I mean here is how the mechanics of it work when we are trying to erase a memory or an experience from our subconscious mind. Okay, so what happens is, as you say the four statements, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, you are recognizing firstly that you understand that stuff is within you, and that stuff, which comes from childhood, comes from our ancestors, sent down through generations from great-grandparents to grandparents, grandparents to parents, parents to us. We have common repetitive habitual thought patterns about things. And then those things, as Dr. Hugh Len refers to, the data within you. So often what is happening around you is the data, how you respond to things is from the data being the old childhood stuff or the old habitual stuff from your family, etc. So you've asked how the mechanics work when we're trying to erase a memory or an experience from the subconscious mind. So what happens is, and I suppose the best way to understand it, I'm going to post down below the inner child meditation from Dr. Hugh Len, because in that meditation it describes how what happens is you ask the divine within to neutralize it, to take it away, and that you send it off, whatever it is that you had going on in relation to this thing that you've manifested or you created on the outside that you don't want, that you obviously know you need to do the work within you to get rid of. Okay, so I've posted that inner child, I think it's about 16-minute meditation from Dr. Hugh Len, but he actually says 3 or 4 sentences about that you are appealing to the divine, you're asking for it to be removed, and then you are restored back to your normal state of God's state of being in inspiration. Okay? So, number 2, then once we clear it, how it actually moves towards the law of assumption and then the law of projection and the law of attraction. Okay, so once you've cleared something old, you no longer have something active within you in terms of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. So you've brought it back to neutral. Okay? Now, then what happens is you've got a desire for something, and you can then create and project. Let me just switch that off so that no one bothers me. So then what happens is you project through thinking about what you want. You're using your mind, you're using your heart, through your feeling, and also what's in your gut, because your emotions are in your gut too. So you project that new thing out, which is an energy, okay? So the energy of what I want goes out, and then it has to attach itself to something in that formless space, okay? Then what happens is the formless space creates a form of something, which is the thing you've projected, and then you assume, obviously using the law of assumption, you assuming that you've already got it, you feel the relief of already having it, you get into the state of being of I now have it, you drop all the negative stuff, the doubt, the fear of when is it going to happen, all that stuff, and that's the stuff you work through over time. And then the law of attraction then brings it into you, okay? So you assume, law of assumption, you project out through imagining, through feeling that you have, you live from it, and then the law of attraction brings it into you at the appointed time. Not when we think it should happen, but at the appointed time. And that appointed time is usually when you've let go of, I need it to be happy. Okay, once you can be happy first, and Abraham Hicks talks about that a lot, If you can just be happy first, because you think, if I get that, I will be happier. But you take the back door and you get happy first. Therefore, the universe then collapses the space and time between you and it, because you're no longer handbraking it with your unhappiness of, I haven't got it and I can't be happy until. Okay? I hope that makes sense. These questions are good, but they're a little bit more complicated in the answer. So, you've asked question 3. Because I feel once we clear the old beliefs and then we create new, replacing the old with the new, and then moving towards creating a new reality for us. So how does the Ho'oponopono actually work here as a foundation? Well, what it's doing is the Ho'oponopono is erasing the old magnet. Okay, the magnet of, let's use an example. I'm not loved, I'm not wanted, I'm not secure, because we've talked about that many, many times. So you using, that's going out from you, and then you're attracting the absence of people that you want to be with, or the absence of a relationship, or someone not treating you well. Okay? So as you do the Ho'oponopono prayer, you're dissolving the part of you, which is the I'm not loved, I'm not wanted, I'm not secure. You're dissolving that. Now that stuff is the data that comes from childhood, that comes from the generations above you, you see. It's been passed down, and your family teaches you that through just you watching how they move around through the world as you grow up, how they are amongst themselves in relationships, and how they are in general in relation to how they love themselves or not love themselves, okay? So, the Ho'oponopono is there to dissolve the old data and to bring you back to neutral, so therefore you can project something new consciously to therefore attract what it is that you genuinely want, okay? Hope I'm able to articulate what I had in mind. Well, I hope I've been able to articulate the answer to what you're asking. Okay, I must accept today that I have become far more awakened person today than I was. Earlier I was ignorant, and today I am just awakened in consciousness. I must give my thanks to you and appreciation to you for this beautiful journey. My pleasure. I give thanks and appreciation. I won't read that bit because it's personal. And yeah, so love always. I hope that that answers your question. It's like you're getting some kind of scrubbing brush, to give you a visual, and you're scrubbing out all the old stuff that therefore keeps you locked into position with getting unhappy things out there, okay? So remember, you know, we call it feelings, thoughts, beliefs, data, you know, stuff from childhood. There's lots of different terms that have been used for this, but basically it's that stuff that keeps emitting itself from you, and therefore it keeps attracting certain situations that are often repeated. Sometimes you say, why am I getting this again? It's because you're still doing the same thing on the inside in how you think, feel, and believe. And the Ho'oponopono prayer can be a way to use a scrubbing brush to get rid of them on the inside. Okay? So, that's that. I'll post the Inner Child 16-minute how to get rid of the old stuff meditation done by Dr. Hugh Len. I know some of you have seen it already, but it is fantastically powerful for those of you that are new to the channel. And I will post down below my meditation Ho'oponopono, and in the description of that there is a 1-hour one for those of you that want to fall asleep to something and really wash away the old stuff. I will put Jason Stevenson's 1-hour meditation. It's one I use before bed, and it's just longer, and that way you don't have to keep rewinding, and it's easier. So, lots of love to you, and may you have a beautiful day, a beautiful morning, a beautiful afternoon, depending on where you are in the world today.